So, week 3. It's been a good week, probably the best week yet. I'm feeling like I'm getting the hang of things more and finally understanding VPython a little bit better and just working through all of that. Unfortunately, I had like 3 migraines this week, so that was a little tough getting all my physics stuff done on top of everything else. So overall, inside class, just went over more of the motion diagrams with the position, velocity, and acceleration. Putting those together on the board and working with them in our group was really helpful, and it's just a good way for me to learn, and as well as hearing and talking about it in a group is nice as well. So then also we just kind of met in our groups and talked about when we were going to meet next and all about just our project and everything, so that was good. Outside of class, just did a lot of reading in the lessons 4 and 5 and then Newton's laws, and which was nice because it was just kind of like a review and then a little bit more information about what we went over in class. And then watching, the quad dimensional thing was really cool to read and see what you had to say, and then also see what the other students in the class had to say and their opinions on that. Let's see, and then, oh my goodness, watching the videos of just education and the digital world and everything were crazy. It was a lot of time, but definitely worth it. Watched every one of them and read the article, and it was so informative. I feel like I was kind of in the dark. So that was really cool. Learned a ton from that. And yeah, pretty much that was it. Like I said, I figured out VPython a little bit better. Still have some more work to do on that, but I feel like I'm progressing, so I'm not so stressed about that. So I guess now I'm just gonna show a little bit more, maybe some screenshots of what I learned. So this picture is just from one of the lessons, and it just states that free-falling objects are in a state of acceleration. The next picture talks about the doesn't matter what the mass is, the rate of acceleration is going to be the same. And then the next picture talks about the law of inertia, which is Newton's first law, and that talks about an object at rest stays at rest and an object in motion stays in motion with the same speed and in the same direction unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. So that shows that. And then the final picture is about the third law, Newton's third law, and that for every action force there is an equal in size and an opposite in direction reaction force. So that's just a little bit of what I learned in the lesson. Okay, so I just showed you a little bit of what I learned in the readings of Newton's laws and then lessons 4 and 5. And pretty much in class was just the learning the position, velocity, and acceleration graphs and needing to know that for our interviews. So that's just what I learned about. And then we talked a lot about what was said in the lessons too. The lessons kind of elaborated on that. So that's what I learned in class. And then as far as the videos go, I learned so much, took so many notes. All of the statistics were crazy. The video of the students the students working together to make the video, and just being in that classroom, and how just technology, how distracting it is, and how two of the things that stuck out to me is that the over 1 billion people in the world live on less than $1 a day. And also the one that talked about, there was a kid that was holding his laptop and just saying, like, some people in the world don't even make as much as I paid for this laptop or whatever. And that just like hit me a lot. It just kind of puts everything into perspective about how much we don't value education, all those statistics. And I think those two statistics in themselves prompt me to value my education more, so I can be educated and get a good job and provide for my family. I've had the experience of being in a developing country and seeing the poverty, and it's heartbreaking to know that they can't get money for medicine that is very cheap here in the United States. So anyways, a little bit of a tangent. That was a really cool video, and I also liked, the other videos were really cool, and I just also liked the long video, the Frontline video. That was really, really interesting. Just like the military tactics that they took to like kind of like woo boys into enlisting in the army, and then just the whole multitasking study that they did was very interesting. I have always called myself a multitasker. I do it all the time. So that was like kind of like just a smack in the face with that video, because it definitely helps me look at my life and see what I need to change about that. So those videos were just so practical, and I think that they were just really cool to see, and definitely beneficial for students in America today. So yeah, with that being said, that's what I learned this week. I learned so much. That's just a little summary of what I learned. So alright, so just to kind of sum everything up, as far as questions go, everything was pretty self-explanatory. I understand it, and just plugging through VPython still. It's probably my biggest battle right now. As far as next week goes, just hope to meet with my group and finish up the project, get everything sorted out, and hopefully next week just be a little bit more on top of things. Like I said, I think I mentioned earlier I had like 3 migraines this week, so it was hard. I kind of had to do everything last minute because I just didn't, I couldn't do anything when I have a migraine, obviously. So, yeah. Press on to week 4.